That was a question from Axel Robert from Ubisoft, and the issue he had is when he exported a file using the Gantt workgroup export settings as a PDF X4 file, he got files with a size of 1 GB, and when he exported this very same file using the Gantt workgroup PDF X1A export setting, he was down to 4 MB. So there was a dramatic difference, and he asked what is the cause of the issue? Why is PDF X4 so much larger than PDF X1A, where we actually think, where most of us think that actually X1A should be, if all, maybe larger than X4, because the PDF has to be clipped and new images have to get generated to see the flattened simulation of transparent objects. But what I found out when I checked those PDF files, the PDF X4 files, consisted of more than 95% of metadata. So we have a PDF file that has about 1 GB of metadata. Unfortunately, there is no check yet where you can check for the size of the metadata in a PDF. Further, you have to be aware that metadata can occur in various places in a document. When you open a document in Acrobat and go to the view that Andrew just showed us before, there's also a metadata area, but this metadata only shows the document level metadata. But so that's only the metadata attached to the document, the PDF document itself. Metadata, as I just said, can occur on different places. For example, processing steps and new standard we use in packaging is also using metadata on layers, on objects, on optional content. But every image, actually every object in a PDF can also have metadata. And what you see here on the right side is the view that is also available in Adobe Acrobat. It's I can't remember the correct name, but it's inside the Acrobat Preflight tool. There's an Explore PDF feature, and when you boil down to the page and to the resources on the X objects, for those who are not so familiar, every image or most of the images in a PDF are defined as so-called X objects, and then are just referred to in the content stream. So all the images are listed up here. You see them IM0 and going up, and every image has a metadata section in it. And here you see the size of the metadata. This image has a metadata size of 66 MB. We have multiple images in the PDF, and those metadata add up actually to that size. So that's easy answer. PDF X4, since PDF X4 takes the original images and places them, so to speak, in the final PDF without modifying them, they also preserve all the metadata that are in the original file. And that way, metadata from the original images make it then into the metadata part of the images inside the PDF. And in that case, increase the size of the PDF dramatically. I also checked the original images. All the images that were used in this InDesign artwork are about 66 to between 60 and 100 MB. Where in each image, again, also 95% of the image size, of the file size, was metadata, and only a fraction, 5% of the file size, was actually the image data. So to clean that up, there are two ways possible to clean that up. First, there's a fix-up in Acrobat called remove all XMP metadata. That's the one way to delete it. This unfortunately removes also all other metadata your system might rely on, like job ticket metadata as XMP that also gets deleted. I recommend the graphic designer to go through his images and clean up the images from all the unnecessary metadata information, because it makes InDesign slower, it makes the export process slower, and all the files are just much more heavy. So it actually has nothing to do with PDF X4 or X1A. In the X1A process, the images get opened and rewritten, so to speak, and maybe truncated. And in the X4 process, the image gets used as is and placed in, saved inside the PDF.